Hi Mortgage Heroes, Andy Cruz here in Business Development, and this is Monday Mortgage Minute. Welcome back to a brand new week. We certainly hope you had a safe and fun 4th of July. I know most of you had a long 3-day weekend, but we are back, and today I'm going to talk to you about a couple of things that happened right before the 4th of July that we got a little bit more information about now that we could talk about. The first thing is, well, you probably heard already that the eviction and foreclosure moratorium was pushed again to a new expiration date. It was June 30th. Of course, as we were corralling to the end of June, that date got moved, and now the eviction moratorium and the foreclosure moratorium has been marked as the end of July. As of this recording right now, there's no new conversation that we're aware of that it will get moved once again into August or September, but there had previously been some discussion about needing more time. We'll see if that happens. But as of right now, July 31st will be the end of the eviction moratorium and the foreclosure moratorium. Now, how can that be possible? Aren't there like millions of people still not making their rent payment and who have not been making their mortgage payment and they're in forbearance? Yes, that is true. But there is a lot of pressure right now on the mortgage services to provide relief to homeowners who have been unable to make their payments. Now, usually what that means is just deferring the payments, not collecting a payment, or eventually making a loan modification or a workout program where you can resituate the mortgage note and reduce the interest rate, extend the term, or a combination of both. Well, some new guidance has come out, which is basically expecting the servicers and their end investors to do just that for homeowners who have been in forbearance. This will not only help curb some of the number of foreclosures that could eventually happen in the marketplace, but also because people have enough equity in their home, it gives them incentive to want to modify their loan and keep their house rather than just ditch it and walk away upset and angry. So you kind of have a couple of things working together in combination to hopefully help bring us to a soft landing when we unfold all this stuff as the moratorium ends. As we get into the end of July and we start seeing August, September, and October, it's going to start to be really obvious and the curtain's going to be pulled back to see what kind of problems we're really dealing with. But right now what's happening is that the services are under immense pressure from the government to allow options to reduce the interest rate, therefore reduce the monthly payment, extend the term from 30 years to even 40 years, or even doing both in the effort to modify what is currently existing for homeowners who are unable to make their payment. Now, as we've been talking about, of course, the biggest threat to this and the biggest culprit to collapse that entire plan would be unemployment and people's inability to repay. You know, if you have no new money coming in, it doesn't matter if you reduce my rate from 4% to 2% or you take my term from 30 years to 40 years. There's still a payment connected to that. So there will be a handful of people who are still unable to pay even if their loan gets modified. But the hope here is that they can try to save as many people as possible coming out of the forbearance period of their chapter of life. Now, this also is to help people keep their homes and have home ownership retention. I mean, just take a second and step back. Well, if we displace 1 million people or 1 million households, where are they going to go? I mean, there's not just 1 million new places available for them right now. So there has to be some effort made for us to try to keep these people in their homes anyways. And right now, that effort and the success or failure of that is falling at the feet of the loan servicers and their end investors. So I know that that's a lot, and this may or may not be relevant to you right now, but if it is, of course, you can call and talk to us about it. But the most important thing you could do right now, if you're in a situation where you need a loan workout plan, modification, you need to call your loan servicer, the person that's sending you your bill every single month. They're the ones who can navigate you through what your options are. You'll have to submit some sort of documentation of hardship. I'm sure that's the way they've done it for years. And then upon that point, then they'll have to work with the end investor who holds your mortgage note to identify what solution is available to you given your specific set of circumstances. Yeah, it is definitely a lot coming into a brand new week. We do have a shorter week this week as far as the economic calendar is concerned. We're always looking at unemployment and jobs data, of course, because it is going to weigh heavily on what kind of things we should expect to happen in the mortgage market, specifically because income pertains directly to the ability for people to repay on their loans and their monthly payment obligations. So, lots going on, even though we're on a short week. Not too much that should disrupt the mortgage rate market, but definitely keep an eye out this week and in the following weeks to see what happens around the conversation of moratoriums and whether or not that's going to get extended again, or if we are at the last stand and we are just now going to only be left with loan modifications, workout programs, and people eventually having to sell their homes because if you have equity and you can't get a workout, that's going to be your only option. Thanks for watching. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.